So before you try this video with weights, you could try it without and see how that goes. This is a progression for anyone that's recovering from any abdominal surgery. So you're going to start sitting up against your chair and you're going to bring the very small of your back right up against the chair. Try and get the back of your bottommost ribs against the chair and feel both of your shoulder blades against the chair for me, and your feet are hip distance apart and your feet are just resting into the floor, feet and knees facing forwards. And then from here we're just going to take the arms down by our side, and on an inhale you're going to raise the arms up in front of your chest, keeping everything back against the chair, and then exhale, lower the arms back down just by the sides of your hips, just outside the chair. Inhale to raise the arms in front of your chest, and exhale to lower. So as you lift the arms up, try and get a sense of lift through the spine, and then keep that lift as you exhale, press the arms down. Both shoulder blades, back of the rib cage, back of the pelvis, you're trying to keep against the chair. So that's your guide for how far you lift up the arms, whether you can keep that. Now either carry on with those, or if you can, leave the arms in front of your chest. And now in your next inhale, pull the elbows back, keep them nice and high. As you exhale, keep the shoulder blades against the chair as you re-straighten the arms. Inhale to bend back, exhale to re-straighten. So keeping both shoulder blades, back of the rib cage, back of the hips, even against the chair as the elbows pull back and as the arms stretch back out forwards. Don't let the weights come in towards each other either as the arms come forward, so they don't come in closer towards each other. We'll do 2 more. And then leave the arms out in front of you, and then if it's comfortable, exhale, raise the arms up, or go back to the arms just above your chest. Inhale, back in front of your chest, keep the shoulder blades against the chair. We'll do 5 more. Exhale, lifting the arms up, and then inhale to lower. Exhale to lift, everything stays back against the chair, and then lower. 3 more of these. Exhale, lift, and inhale to lower. Last 2. And then last one of these, and then lower the arms all the way back down, just outside your hips, outside the chair. As you breathe in, bend your right elbow, keep the elbow back with your waistline, and then exhale, press the arm back up, straight up to the ceiling. On the inhale, both elbows bend, and exhale, lower the right arm, left arm stretches up. Inhale to bend, exhale to stretch. And same thing. Both shoulder blades, back of the rib cage, back of the pelvis are trying to stay back against the chair as you switch from one side to the other. And we'll do 2 more to each side like this. Trying to keep your head still as well. So you're hopefully just getting a little stretch of those stitches and stretch of those abdominals. This time leave the right arm up. Root both sit bones into the chair, keep the back of the body against the chair, and side bend to your left. Both shoulder blades stay against the back of the chair. And then re-step back up and switch the arms over, stretching the left arm up. And then keep both shoulder blades against the chair as you side bend over, and re-step back up. Switch the arms back over, and then side bend to the left. Both shoulder blades, both sit bones stay into the chair, re-step, and switch the arms over. Left arm stretches up, stretching that left side of those abs just a little bit more to where it's comfortable, and re-step back up. And 2 more to each side. So a gentle stretch is okay. If it feels too much, then just just stop how far you're side bending over. Just decrease the range of movement. And as I said, you could start without weights to begin with, and then switch over 1 more to each side. Both shoulder blades sit against the chair, both sit bones against the chair, and then switch the arms. And last time with the left arm stretching up and over to the right, and then re-stacking back up and bringing the left arm down. Now from here I'm going to place the weights down to the floor. No, I'm not. I'm going to keep the weights, sorry. And I'm just going to come and sit a little bit further away from the back of the chair. I'm going to lift my heels up and have my heels together, and all 10 of my toes and the balls of my toes into the floor, fist distance between my big toes. Now from here, I'm going to take the arms out to the side and I'm going to hinge my body forward slightly. So I'm going to turn my chair around. So up on the toes, all 10 balls of the toes into the floor, heels together, and then hinging forward. So my shoulders are forwards of my hips, but I'm keeping my ribs pulled up and under, so I'm not flaring my rib cage forwards. Taking my arms out to the side, and then exhale, pressing those fists together, and inhale, opening the arms back out. Exhale, so press, squeeze your heels together, press the balls of your toes and all 10 of your toes in towards the floor to help keep the lift through your waistline as you press the arms in and open them back out. 3 more. Exhale to press, inhale to pull back. Last 2. And then last one of these. Keep the arms open, raise the arms up, bring thumb and index fingers together. Come slightly further forwards on the chair. Still keep the heels together, hands behind your head, shoulders forwards of your hips, ribs pulled up and in, chin out from your chest, and stretch the arms up overhead, and then bending the elbows back. Breathing in to stretch, and exhale to bend back. Again, if you want to start without weights, then you can do 5 more of these, and then 4 more. Feeling the waistline lift every time you stretch the arms. Last 2. And then last one of these. And now keep the arms stretching up. Press the heels down towards the floor and lift the heels back up. Press the heels towards the floor and then lift. 3 more of those. Keep those arms stretching, keeping those ribs nice and lifted. 2 more of these. And then last ones, keep the lift of the heels and bend the elbows back, sit back and lower the arms back down for me. Now I'm going to turn my chair back to face you. Place the weights now down onto the floor. And now again, come back to sit all the way back up against your chair, back of the hips, bottommost ribs, both shoulder blades, and place your hands just underneath the chair for me. Try and have a slight bend of your elbows and pull the chair up towards you to lift your spine up nice and tall. Now from here, have your knees and feet hip distance apart. You're just going to lift the heels up, keep all 10 toes and the balls of the toes into the floor, and then try and lift the chair up as you press the heels down. Inhale, lifting the heels up. Exhale, try and lift the chair up more as you press the heels. Inhale, lift. Exhale to press. We'll do 4 more of those. So every press of those heels you'll find more space between your ribs and your hips. 2 more of these. Now keep both of the heels pressed down for me. Now from here, press your right thigh down into the chair as you slide your right foot away. Pull up on the chair and send your right leg straight. Bend the right leg back in. And then slide the left foot away for me. Pull up on the chair as you lift the left leg up and pull back. So the right thigh presses down into the chair to stretch the heel away from you, and you keep pulling up on the chair seat to keep the lift through your waistline as you lift the leg up. 3 more of these to each side. Try and keep both shoulder blades, the back of the rib cage and the back of the pelvis into the chair. Try and keep lifted through the waistline. And we'll do 1 more of these to each side. Finishing with the left leg. And now bring your knees and your feet together for me. Reposition yourself back up against the chair. So back of the pelvis, back of the rib cage, both shoulder blades, hands pulling up under the chair, elbows wide, lifting the chair seat up, knees and feet together. Breathe in as you exhale, press the thighs down to stretch the heels away, and then inhale to bend the knees back in. 4 more, exhale to press, and inhale to bend back. 3 more of those, keeping that lift through the waistline, and 2 more. And then last ones of these. Now this time, see if you can keep both of your legs lifted. Keep the lift through your waistline and stretch your right arm up towards the ceiling. Bring the right arm back, place it underneath the chair. See if you can stretch the left arm up, stay lifted. bring the left hand back, place it under the chair, bend your knees. We'll do one more set when you're ready. Send the legs as straight as you can. Keep the weight even across both sit bones. Pick up the left arm for me. Bend it back, place it back onto the chair. Weight even across both sit bones. Press up the right arm. Bend it back, place it onto the chair. Bend both of your knees back for me. And then from here we're going to come up to stand. I'm going to move the chair out of the way. So coming to stand so that your feet are hip distance apart, both feet are facing forwards. And then we're going to keep the tailbone reaching for the heels as I start to squat. And then I allow my heels to lift, sending my tailbone towards my heels, keeping my chest lifted. Breathe in, exhale, press the heels down, push back up to stand, tailbone still reaching for my heels. Inhale, bending the knees forwards, lifting the heels, go as low as feels comfortable, send the legs forwards. Exhale, press down, lift back up tall. Inhale to squat, sending the knees forwards, tailbone to your heels. Exhale, push back up tall. 3 more, inhale to squat. So you could obviously do more of these if you want. Exhale to push up. And we'll do 2 more, inhale to squat down. Sending the knees forwards, tailbone to the heels. Exhale to push back up. Last one of these, bending the knees forwards. And then pushing back up to stand. Then from here we'll come with feet slightly wider than hip distance, hands by your hips. And we're just going to do some pelvic circles. So just make the movement as big or as small as is comfortable for you. There might be parts of this circle that are slightly more sticky. Just go slightly slower around them, and hopefully with each circle and each time you do these, they'll get a bit easier. And now let's reverse the direction. And one direction may feel easier than the other, so just see how it feels. Depending on what surgery you had, where you had it, there might be more restrictions. My right side was more restricted, so I would have found it more uncomfortable going this direction when I was first doing these exercises. And then we'll just do 2 more of these. And then from here, just come and stand, feet back to hip distance apart for me. And we'll take the arms down by our side, raise the left arm up to your ear, side bend over to your right. Nice begin breath and exhale, breathe that back up, lower the left arm down, the right arm comes up, lift up and out of that right side over to the left, breathe in, exhale, restack, lower the right arm down. 2 more of these each way. So every time we lift, we're just stretching out those abdominals a bit more and stretching out that scar tissue as well. And then keep both feet evenly weighted, both hips evenly weighted, and just go to the range that feels comfortable for you. One side may feel slightly more restricted, just go with that for the time being. And over time, as you keep repeating the exercises, it will start to loosen up, because it will have to with repetition. And release that back up. And now we'll just finish with some rotation. So we'll cross the arms over in front of our chest. So especially with this, just go to the range that's comfortable. Slightly bend your knees. As you breathe out, rotating to your left for me. And then inhale, come back to face front. And then exhale, round to the right, keeping the knees forwards and coming back. So keeping those knees slightly bent so that you can keep a track on what's happening with your hips and your knees. They're not moving, we're just gently stretching the obliques. 3 more each way for me, and the tailbone stays reaching down towards the heels of your feet. So we're not letting our bum stick out. And 2 more each way. And exhaling to the right, and back to face front. Last ones to your left. And then last time to your right. Coming back to face front, and then just giving your arms and your legs a little shake out, and you're done.